This is TJ Legacy, host of the Soapboxx Podcast. The live stream will start shortly, but make sure you like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and tell all of your friends and family that the most infamous podcast on all your streaming services is about to go live.
TJ, what's goody? It's HB. Can I just big you up real quick with what you're doing with the Soapboxx? Listen, anytime somebody takes their platform to educate and inform the culture of hip-hop with politics, pop culture, doing what you're doing and being responsible with your platform, I can't do nothing but salute you, TJ. Keep doing what it do. Keep repping for the culture. Nothing but love and respect from me, baby. Peace.
Gentlemen, what's really good? It's Peter Rosenberg, Hot 97, ESPN, WWE, GP Podcast, all that. Big shout out to my peoples over at the Soapboxx, all right? My man TJ, Legacy Cole, the whole Soapboxx crew. Incredible new podcast, all right? Politics, pop culture, hip hop, even wrestling on occasion. It's all there. So go subscribe and make sure you tune in to the Soapboxx. TJ, what up, man? Appreciate you.
Peace to the planet. Charlemagne the God here. What's happening, TJ, Legacy, Cole? Salute to you, King. Salute to the Soapboxx Podcast. The Soapboxx Podcast is an independent black media podcast, and they talk hip-hop, politics, pop culture, mental health, social justice, a lot of my favorite subjects. Check them out, man. Tune in, subscribe to them. You never know. I'm out here looking at all the different podcasts that are moving and shaking out here, because, I got the Black Effect Podcast Network, so I'm going to be checking y'all out, TJ. All right? Keep working.
What? I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. What? I need my stimulus check, yeah. Okay. I need my stimulus check, yeah. Honey.
Hey, welcome to the Soapboxx Podcast. I'm your host, TJ Legacy. Welcome to the most infamous podcast on all of your streaming services. We are glad to be back on this special episode, countdown to 2021. Goodbye 2020. Let me go ahead and introduce my illustrious Dampanier, if that's a word, co-host. We have all the way from up north, lady from the north. What's going on, Jesse?
What's popping?
What's up? I see you got the Christmas tree still up. How long do we keep the Christmas tree up?
Until after New Year's or whenever I feel like taking it down.
All right, so June.
Possibility.
No, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what these superstitions where we have to like there's a certain time. Like, take your Christmas tree down whenever you want to take it down.
Right.
I feel it. Yeah, I like Christmas trees. And all the way from Tallahassee, what's going on? Just Javonni.
Hey, what's up, everybody? FYI, I do still have my Christmas tree up as well, and I'm gonna take it down whenever I feel like it. Yeah, nothing is up. Happy for the new year.
That's what's up. And my man all the way, my man 50 grand, what's going on from the NYC? What's up, Alan York?
I also need my stimulation. Peace, y'all. Good to see all three of y'all. I'm glad to be in the presence of greatness today. Hope everybody is well. Mm-hmm. And it's the youngest of ginger ale, and I'm wrapping up a bottle of coquito because for whatever reason people don't make coquito year round. But we'll get into that another time.
Yo, that's weird though. You know what? I've actually never had coquito ever.
Me either.
It's just it's eggnog with some drink in it. It's like adult eggnog.
Yeah, but I don't like milky alcoholic drinks. Never have. Just doesn't sit well with the with the stomach or anything like that. I've
Right.
never been a fan.
I mean,
But
you
yo,
know, some blessings aren't for everybody. You feel me?
some blessing. During the holiday season, Alan becomes multiracial.
Yeah, you know. My name is Aliente, Aliente Colon.
That's what's up. But yo, how was everybody's Christmas? What'd you guys do? What'd you get? Anything special?
In the house. And that's it.
What was that?
I didn't do anything. I just stayed in the house. With the kids. So,
Okay. You stayed in the house and chill. All right, you got to give our audience, the Soapbox Nation, thank y'all for watching and following us. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and social media, Soapboxx Podcast with 2X. What's the latest on the Soapbox Baby is what we're going to be calling it until we have a name. So what's the latest on the Soapbox Bundle of Joy?
he's there growing. He'll be here very soon in like a month and a half. So don't miss me too much when I'm gone. You know what I will.
No. It's be good. We have some planning because we want to make sure, and we were just talking about it off air. We want to make sure that we tap into women who are pregnant, going into motherhood. So I think definitely in 2021 we should be looking forward to that. And we're still trying to, and for those who are listening to us and not watching, we're still trying to coax Jess into giving us all access into the delivery room so we can have a live look at and commentary and play-by-play of the birth of America's baby.
That's not happening.
That's why I was like, miss you. What you mean? We gonna be right there. What you
Yeah,
talking
we're right
about?
there. I was like, I was like, look, we have no vacation time or benefits on the Soapbox Podcast. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Javonni, how was your Christmas?
Hello. My Christmas was nice. Like I was able to spend time with my family. I didn't travel home to Orlando. I stayed in Tallahassee, but I stayed in the house. And my son, he had a great time. I cooked. I slayed the kitchen, y'all. Like I was all up in the kitchen 2 days, prepping food on Thursday and tearing it up and cooking it on Friday. So I was really wife material.
Hey.
Ooh, this an advertisement?
Is no. This is not a bid.
No, it is not an advertisement. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad y'all had a real good time during y'all Christmas. I actually traveled that day. Yeah, that was actually a travel day for me. So I kind of sacrificed the whole festivities because I was going to be on a plane. Well, I was on a plane that night. So that afternoon, I had to fly down to Florida. A good friend of mine actually just got married 2 days after Christmas. So I kind of spent that whole, that whole weekend was travel day. And then Saturday was the pre-wedding, the dinner, the get together, the trying to figure life out. And then, of course, Sunday day was the actual wedding. So we was up at 9 a.m. Just, parlaying, kicking it, saying our words. And then they finally got married Sunday night at 5 p.m. So it was like a whole shift and a half. And then with the reception, we didn't leave until like almost midnight. So it was a wonderful, wonderful celebration. Shout out to my man. So I'm glad that was my Christmas experience. That was my gift, is to seeing one of my close homies jump that broom. So it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. Now, coming up is New Year's, and this is going to be our last podcast of 2020. I know a lot of us are kind of feeling a little bit of relief that this year is going to be over. So we're going to go round robin once again. I want to hear from you. I want to know, what exactly, lady, are you planning for New Year's? Are you going to go out? Are you going to keep it inside? Is it going to be cranberry juice? Is it going to be wine? Is it going to be champagne? Talk to me about that.
My pregnant ass is staying home. We're not a goddamn thing. Okay, I'm not doing anything. Even if I feel like even if spots were open, oops, my bad. Even if spots were open, I still feel like I probably wouldn't do anything because COVID, and I'm really not trying to be, surrounded by a whole.
Right, and you're pregnant.
Right.
So, are we talking about I missed that. I apologize. Were we talking about alcohol and pregnancy?
No,
New
we're going over the
Year's.
New Year's plans.
Oh, speaking of, I did something very horrible today. That I'm not proud of, but I
Wait. Time
what?
out. Javonni, what are you doing for New Year's? We weren't done.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
For New Year's, well, I'm gonna wing it. Definitely gonna try and do like some fireworks or whatever, but
Literal fireworks?
other than that, yeah, real fireworks. We do fireworks in Florida.
You know what? I did
In
see
New
a
York,
fireworks
y'all,
stand.
I guess y'all let the people do the fireworks, but
Well, we do fireworks too, but it's just too cold for all that shit right now.
oh yeah, it'd be too cold, so y'all just watch
which
from
is
the
funny because
window.
when I was down there this weekend, I was like, it's a fireworks stand. And I didn't put two and two together that.
You know what, Alan? That's crazy because we had these neighbors who was saying that they never actually did their own fireworks, and I think they were
Really?
from like Michigan or something. It was like
That's
How do
crazy.
this
you
was
do
their
your-
first time doing their own fireworks, like up close. And we was like, yeah, that's like a thing. Like
Nah, yeah, we
fireworks,
definitely
they already going off. Like the fireworks already going off.
Yeah, we definitely do our own fireworks in New York. We're not supposed to, but a lot of people, we got some badass kids and some badass adults. They'll actually.
See, y'all not even supposed to. See,
We're
it's
not
legal
supposed
here,
to.
and they just legalized They just legalized for you to do the for real deal serious ones in Florida. They just made that. They just passed that law in
That's
March, I
crazy.
think, so we could do like the big fireworks. So
We would actually drive down. We would drive down to the South or Pennsylvania or Virginia, get the good fireworks, and then drive them back up to New York and then go crazy. This summer was the wildest spectacle you ever seen because the theory is that with everyone's extra $600 in unemployment, everyone had like a firework budget. That's how it was crazy. It was literally 3 months of fireworks straight in New York City. The whole summer. Ask anyone who's up here. I don't know what was going on. Like we said, we think it was the extra unemployment, but this summer was the wildest and most fireworks that I have ever experienced.
It was like that out here in Boston too. Like every single day, like no reason.
Yeah,
Forcing it.
yeah. It was like it started at I think Memorial Day is in like May or something like that. From Memorial Day. Every single night till like a month after July 4th. I have no idea why or where the power was coming from, but
they weren't really arresting that many people. Like, so people probably was like, the cops not gonna come anyways because they're gonna think I got COVID, so I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little beef because, and to that point, actually, is that there was around that time there was a lot of civil unrest, and so you had a lot of the protests going on. You started snowballing with the defund the police, and so the police department thought that they were showing people that they really need them by not coming around and arresting them. But really, they were just really giving us the green light to go crazy all summer. So
you're trying to implicate yourself, brother. Allegedly.
Listen, I live in Jersey now. I don't have anything to do with this, so I was just peeking out my window like Malcolm. Like Malcolm with the AK, because you never know which one is which with the fireworks sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that was the crazy summer firework thing. So shout out to that. TJ, what you got going on for New Year's? And then you can tell us your naughty boy story. Pause.
My what?
No,
I made New Year's plans, but I forgot to tell. Okay, so I met someone, right? And a lot of
hey,
no. Like I literally just met this person. It was the first meetup. We talked about this. It's the meetup. It's the date. It's the yada yada. So today, me and the person online, we hit it off, right? Attractive woman, right? And I was very direct and made the plans and everything like that. But I forgot to put the date. I said 7 p.m. Meet me here. Shh. Just do it. No talk. Just do it, right? Very romantic, very straightforward, as men should be, right? With the date, intentional with their actions. And then she texted me at like 6:50 and was like, yo, so I'm going to be a little late, but I am on my way. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. That was for tomorrow night. and not tonight. And I felt so bad. I felt horrible because I feel like I unintentionally. I'm sorry. What was that?
You
gonna
didn't
give encouragement? I'm sorry.
You didn't end up meeting her?
No, not tonight. No. I'm live on the Soapboxx.
You should cancel. Poor thing.
Yeah, I felt really bad, but
hopefully she's not a person that beat her face. Cause honey, I would have been pissed.
Well, she said she was late, so.
She said she was late, so technically, if I was on, because I would have been on time yesterday, so she was.
But
late.
still,
what's crazy about it is here she didn't really judge me because she hit me back, like we talked, and then she texted me like, "Hey, are you free for lunch tomorrow?" So I think that's a good sign. And but I'm not free tomorrow, but I'm free tomorrow evening, like I had planned. But I owe her one. I definitely owe her one.
Good.
Yeah.
so she thought that you meant let's go out today on the same day that you text her. I'm just trying to figure out what made her think it was today.
I'm thinking no, but I was supposed to put Thursday, right? Since our show got moved up, my dates are all kind of out of whack. So I was thinking Thursday 7, meet me at this spot. Let's grab a drink. It's just the initial meetup. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know we were talking for today. Like,
How you know?
So I'm sorry. How did Thursday conflict with today? Is that like an auto, like a spell check type thing?
No, because he didn't.
No, I didn't put a day.
He said, let's meet 7 o'clock.
I was like, oh, well, let's meet up. And I put 7 o'clock. But in my mind, I was thinking 7 o'clock tomorrow. But I never put Thursday. And, she didn't really clear it. She didn't she should have been like, what day? But she just assumed that I meant today. There was no date. So, but it's all good. Hopefully, we will find a way to, and if not, it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. But she has all right to just say, I'm never going to talk to this dude ever again. Like, because if she was late, I would have been like, I'm so judgmental. I would have been like this. If she was late, I would have been like,
let alone cancel.
Yeah, let alone cancel. Exactly.
Lord forbid.
Yeah.
Right, which is what you did.
I didn't want her to feel like I stood her up or anything like that. So I felt
watching.
You said what?
Hopefully she's watching.
I was thinking that. Like, did you send her the link? Like, yo, this is actually what I'm going to be doing at that time.
No, I don't do that. This is the initial meetup. You get a series of apologies and a potential I owe you. I'm just hoping that I don't know. I may have to put out, but who knows? I may have to be that guy. I might have to take one for the team and just be that guy and just put out.
Could possibly have to.
Yeah, just because that's, I don't know. I think she stays in like a pocket. So it was a good little minute. So.
Well, shout out to her for being a trooper, and also shout out to her because I think it's really cool when you can't make the initial plans with the opposite sex and they say, okay, well, here are the other options. Instead of just sitting around and being like, okay, now you do something else. You move.
Is that shade? Are you throwing shade at me?
No. I'm talking about women.
Oh, because I definitely don't do that.
If you cancel, you're not active in being like, okay, well, let's figure out another date.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
The other person cancels on me. Oh, is it? It's like, oh, okay, bet. It's done. Like I'm through.
Okay. See.
So
well, shout out to the women who do that.
He being his feelings.
I appreciate you guys.
It's not me being my feelings. I just kind of, I don't know. My interest fluctuates. So it's like,
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if somebody canceled on me and they ain't put out no other option, I probably won't say nothing either. I'm like, all right.
I honestly thought that she was going to be like, all right, F it. So when I got the text that she wants to do lunch, I was like, all right, bet. So yeah, so New Year, as far as New Year's, it's still TBA. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I did have New Year's plans, but those got bumped up to today. So other than that, I might just either chill or hang out with the family, nieces, nephews, all that good stuff. So not much of anything. But as we are moving forward, the holiday season is upon us, and so with the holiday season, I don't know. Have y'all noticed that there's a bunch of like engagements going on? Did y'all get a wave of engagements on y'all timelines and see all the stuff? Jesse, you're muted.
awkward. It's always like that during the holidays. People are always getting engaged during the holidays. Every year, it's flooded. I was engaged once on a holiday on Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's very common.
Is it because everybody's families are together, or is it because women are giving holiday ultimatums? Because I have a theory that the holiday ultimatums were on a rise this year. Like, yo, we done made it through COVID. We done made it through this, going through this pandemic. It's holiday season. Your ass probably ain't had no job. You probably on unemployment. And they're like, look, what do you think it is for holiday season?
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like you said, probably all the families are together and it's like the perfect time to have everybody there. And then it's a holiday. Like, they probably feel like that's the best time to do it. I don't know. I didn't tell you.
Yeah, I would like to think that the lazy person in me thinks that it's just probably easier to pull it all together when everyone's families is already scheduled to be together. So you don't really have to go out your way and have someone else have all the families do different things. And it's a little bit definitely a less coordination. I would definitely like to think that in my head.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I think it's the ultimatums.
You think it's the ultimate? How long? Let's ask, because in Javonni, who has that story? Javonni has a story of someone who decided they were going to wait 10 years. I mean,
just say story, yeah.
Just say. I'm sorry.
Masika Kalisha from Love and Hip Hop, who is also Fetty Wap's daughter, baby mama. She actually tweeted, and I think you got to answer the tweet. She said she met her fiance 10 years ago. She curved him for 90% of those 10 years. She's been dating him now for 4 months, and he asked her to marry her 4 days ago. Last night, she asked him, what made you so sure after only 4 months of dating? And he said, I knew 10 years ago on the day I met you that I was going to marry you. How cute. How cute. I definitely think that's the thing, though. Like, like dating somebody and it's just not the right time at that time. And you guys separate, you do your own thing. And then if it's meant to be, you guys come back together. Like, life happens.
That was not the story, Jesse.
She made her own fairy tale.
That's not what happened here, though.
Yeah.
I agree. What you said was very romantic. That's not this.
But that's not the story, huh?
Curved him.
I know it's funny. That was because Jesse trying to make it. Yo, that was the most beautiful fairy tale of all time.
And that's probably how Masika thought about it. Oh, we wasn't off and on. Hold up now.
Right.
There's such a thing as right person, wrong time. That's the story.
For 10 years? How long?
So what about
Javonni,
10
how
years?
long do you wait? How long would you wait for an engagement?
But he didn't wait. They were both doing their, and then they happened to come together and they started dating again. And I guess it was the right time now. It just wasn't the right time then. I think there's a difference
between waiting and her letting the world know, listen, this nigga right here, I curved him, okay? I curved him for a decade. You know how much the world changes in a decade? And she was like, look, he was so strong over me that I decided, you know what? 4 months into me settling and giving in to his advances after I've got mileage. So now I'm just going, sure, why not? It didn't sound like she cared much for him, more so than wanting to get over the hump of being engaged or being married, or really not even married, of having a wedding. That's how I took it.
Well, a couple things here. One, it definitely could be like a subconscious, well, if I'm still single by this age, I know someone who will marry me type situation. One. Huh? Or a what?
A pack. Like you have a pack.
Oh, yeah.
You have
Well, I said it's subconscious because that doesn't look like it was a mutual type of thing. But in her head, that's what it could have been. But two, I'm reading in between the lines here. It said 97% of those 10 years. What is that other 3%? Because I feel like if that other 3% is like sex, then it's kind of like, yeah, okay, understandably so. Like, what is that? She said that she curved him for 97% of those 10 years. So what, like, I feel like that 3% could make up and give us a lot of information.
He was the booster. She was in the corner. Once she went out into the world and got hurt and dated the dudes that she wasn't supposed to be around, he was there to nurse her back to health. That's what the 3% is. Then she went right back out there, and then she got hurt again, and he was right there. That's the 3%.
But what defined nursing back to health? What were they doing in that 3%?
She's a rebound. He was a rebound.
Oh, but what does that consist of?
Him being the transition. Oh, it didn't work out. Basically, he boosts. Basically, when you for guy or for male
but what is he doing? I don't think it's just words. Like,
he's having she'll toss you a little crumbs. You get a little sex in between there, a little rebound sex.
No, TJ, you don't know. We don't know their story. Don't be making things up. We don't know what he was doing. We don't know what she was doing.
3%. We are.
I want to know what that 3% was.
You don't know.
What do you think it was?
Kicking it. They was going out. Having a good time together. Who knows?
Hey, all right, listen, I'm gonna just say this right now. I'm gonna just make a wild guess, okay? No heterosexual male is going to be lingering around a woman for a decade, and that 3% not being any sort of intimacy or sexual chemistry.
Define linger, though. Define linger.
That's true. No, that's not true. I don't think so.
Yeah, dudes are doing that. Oh, if you're doing that and you're a guy, please get some self-worth. Talk to Dr. Shelley. We'll have her back on this show. Y'all
linger.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like say you like somebody in college, you don't see each other for 4 years, then y'all go to then you go to homecoming, y'all see each other, and the dude like, damn, you still fine. I still want you whenever you're available. Then y'all don't see each other again. 4 years later, y'all see each other again, and boom, you reconnect. It's been 8 years. She finally said yes because, she was just playing hard to get, and it actually worked.
Yeah.
I think no.
Y'all never just had sex though.
That's different. That's rekindling after like bumping into each other. She said he's been pursuing her. Pursuing her for 97% of the time for 10 years.
You can pursue somebody. Okay, so say he pursued her all the way from 4 years in college, whatever, every time they I take you out. Then he was in her DMs, I still want you. This 6 years later. Then they see each other 2 years later at homecoming. It's 8 years now. And they both single and she's still fine. Like, I know it's possible because I know it's dudes that have pursued me and they be like, I know you got a man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be here when or they be saying it, but we know it's not the truth. But if it actually turned out to be the truth, then hey.
Man, maybe in the DMs with a campfire, just camping out, huh?
And I feel like
they just waiting to see. Oh, single.
I know.
10 years is definitely a long time, but it's just so many things that can and cannot happen within 10 years. This guy may not actually have been actively pursuing her for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Like, he could be shooting the text every now and then, IG comment every now and then, but only asked to take her out every couple of years or so. So it's not like he was hot on the tail for 10 years straight. It was just like he just maybe put the feelers out there, and then all of a sudden, she, they decided to link and rekindle. So I think that she put that as we know that, our sisters can be a little bit dramatic sometimes. I think she did kind of put that out there as some sort of like badge, which I think is kind of corny because
it is.
I think it's corny because don't have me out here looking like I've been back and call for 10 years and then now you done settle with me.
Yo, let's see what Soapboxx Nation got to say. All right, so we have
maybe he said because she didn't want people to think that just after 4 months she's getting engaged, and then you know how the internet is. People are gonna say, oh damn, already? Like you're moving fast. So she probably just wanted people to know that there was a history there. You know,
well, we talking shit now, so
listen, Jesse.
Regardless, but maybe that was her reason for wanting to put that out there.
Jesse, you need to work for Disney. Okay, I think you would make amazing Disney. When you're telling your stories or giving your takes on this stuff, all I hear is when you wish upon a star. I love it. Listen, Soapbox Nation chiming in. All right, so let's say, okay, we have Antoine. He says, I'm sorry. He says, can I just say Jesse and Javonni are looking amazing? Oh, okay, choosing. Let them know.
Thank you.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
All right. And he says, oh, and then we have pregnant, still looking amazing. I think that's cool.
The Big Facts podcast.
Yes. And we have Morgan. Shout out to Morgan from the TJ Chapman Show and Bottomless Conversations. She chimes in and says, they be waiting on your man to slip up. I'm telling you, dudes be setting up campfires.
Oh, yeah, they do. Thank you. That's the truth. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the truth.
There's
like,
no lie in that.
Yeah,
I think you know that is so beautiful, though, when a man really admires you. Now, I'm not talking about stalkerish, but when a man, I like if a man says something like, you know, I know you're in a relationship right now, but I want to marry you, they be serious.
Yeah.
They be serious. Like, you don't hear stuff like that all the time, but when you hear it, they be serious. And if you're available 10 years from now, they're going to try to still marry you. Because I feel like men, once they know what they want, they know what they want. And then unless somebody else that comes in the picture that they also want them, until they find that person, they like, nah, I know what I want.
This is why, fellas, this is when we talk about in relationships, when we talk about how no one really, you know, people just want to break up and that instant gratification and stuff. Listen, relationships are work, but it's so much harder when you got these dudes messing up the ecosystem where you having a disagreement with your lady, and next thing you know, she knows she can go into the DMs and this dude,
period.
Good morning, queen. Mother of the earth, beautiful, bountiful woman. Don't let that Neanderthal talk to you like that. Oh, and we'll tell you everything you want because he's in there like a slot machine. And that's all DMs are.
Talk about like a slot machine. Come on.
The DMs are the biggest casino. You just putting money in the coin every day, every once in a while, pulling the lever because you know what? All the guys in the DMs are waiting on the 3%. Are they not?
I don't know. DMs, they kind of scary to me.
Say that
again. That's good. Javon, you got killers in your DMs.
I don't know. I honestly I don't open them.
Javon be like, yo, him out.
I be making sure that thing say unread.
And also, and Morgan also says, she says, we want men who are sure of what they want.
Facts. We don't want to be with nobody what they want. That's 100%. I'm sorry, but you know if or there's people who are sure. Just
True. But if I known I want you for 10 years and you didn't know until the 10th year, how fair is that?
It don't matter. Like he wanted to wait for her. He had the decision to do whatever he wanted to do, but he knew that Masika was what he wanted. That was his decision.
And he wasn't really waiting. Right. I'm pretty sure he was, you know, he had women on the side.
Right.
Or the main.
But that's what
and is this true or not? But is it this thing like if a guy really wants to have sex with a woman or like they always want to have sex with that woman? Is that true or no?
Oh, absolutely. Every person that you.
So it could be that too. He probably like, finally, I got it, or maybe he had it before and was like, finally, I'm gonna get it all the time I want it. Like
fake news, by the way.
That is not Alan. You think that's fake? Every person that you've slept with, you don't. There's not. I'm talking. The majority of men feel like there's a possibility I could sleep with her again, even if y'all left on horrible terms. Guys,
no, I didn't think that was the question. I thought she said that if a guy wants to have sex with a person, they'll always want to have sex with them.
No, I'm just saying, like,
do we think we can? Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess I did kind of say that.
Yeah, because that's a different question, TJ.
Okay. Yes. The want, do we, after we have sex with a woman, do we always want to have sex with that woman?
No, she didn't say after. She just said period.
Yeah, I just said period. Like if you just like,
at one point in
ooh, I
time
wish
you
I
weren't-
could tap that one day. Like I wonder what that's like. Do y'all be thinking about it? Like every time you see that person, like I still ain't never tapped that. I wonder what that's like.
No.
Oh, okay.
I have to say what
I ain't know.
Yeah.
Because joints be looking different every 6 months. And I'm like,
we're doing, I'll say 3. Every 3 months you do a quarterly check. You're just like,
I'm done. I gotta slide out really fast. Give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, we gotta, but yeah, every couple months you do a little calibration. So how long, Alan? How long would you wait?
For what?
How long would you wait to whatchamacallit, to be with a woman?
I don't see
That you really like. How long are you going to solicit or loiter?
I think that there's just so many levels when we're talking about waiting. Like I'm not actively waiting for nobody if I don't feel like the interest is mutual. There's no active waiting. May I strike a conversation every 6 months or so to see the temperature? Sure, that's not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. If they seem to be single or whatever, I can put out feelers every 6 months or every year just to be like, okay, you single, I'm single, like what's going on, whatever. So I don't really have, I don't think there's necessarily a time limit for that. Sometimes shit is just not the right time, but I'm never going to be actively waiting for one person and one person only. I don't think that's my ministry.
I guess I'm waiting for Tessa Thompson, but she's a celebrity, so that's different.
Yes.
Well,
that's one of the obstacles.
But the thing is, I don't blame her because she's never met me, right? So when she meets me, that's when the clock starts, right? But I've seen her; she's never met me. Go ahead, Jesse. You were going to say something encouraging and uplifting. Go ahead.
I'm saying I feel that like there's a lot of celebrities that if I were around them and were to get to know me and my personality, that they would like me. But so I feel it.
Oh, so are we talking about Drake? Is this who we're talking about?
I'm not mentioning no names today.
Today.
Wait, what? No further questions. Just say, what's your pickup line?
I don't have a pickup. I mean, I just really talk. Just talk.
Give me the initiation feel filter.
It depends. Like, it depends on the setting. I'm not scared to talk. Like, if I want something, I'm not scared to go for it. Like, I'm not the type of person I will wait for a guy to talk to me. If like I'm interested in you, then you're gonna know I'm interested in you, but like not in a desperate way. Just like, I'm gonna talk to you and you're gonna like me because of my personality. If you don't like me, then cool, we're gonna end up being friends. But I've never been the type of person that's been scared to talk to a guy that I like. I've always found a way to talk to a guy that I like.
And now when you say, just because, I feel like communication crosshairs get a little bit twisted. When you say, if I like a person, they're going to know that I like them because I'm going to talk to them. Is you just having conversation with someone the way you deem showing interest?
I flirt and I make, but not too like desperate, like just like I flirt, I'm flirting. And like if you're flirting back, there we are. Now we're flirting with each other. But if I feel like you're not flirting back, then I fall back. Okay.
And I only ask that because I feel like, and I'm sure we've all met people who are conversationalists in general. And some women don't know the difference between their flirty conversation and their regular conversation because they're naturally extroverted. So the men don't necessarily know what kind of box to place themselves in.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Like if I'm not, because I feel like I can give off like a flirtatious vibe sometimes just because I'm friendly. But like I don't know, like I'll say something to make it know that it's not like that. And if they try to pursue me, then I'll just tell them straight up, like, no.
Like, no, I was just being a conversationalist and fun and naturally charming. Sorry that you fell in my
Sorry that you fell into my web of
Sorry you were attracted to me because I'm so cool and charming and funny and
I'm fucking amazing. I'm just amazing.
you may go back to your square now.
Yeah. he sits there and makes his fire in the DM. Just
Javonni, how do you flirt? What's your pickup line?
I just smile.
Yeah,
I like
the most cocky.
We are doomed.
So
What?
she's just like, look, I'm gonna just go get him, okay? And then you're just like, my presence. I just
I don't have no pickup line, but when I was in the dating world, I feel like I probably would walk by a dude and maybe like brush him a little bit and then look back. Like, yeah, that was me.
You bump him like you in jail? Like just bump him like, what up, homie?
Brush, like a soft brush.
Oh, okay.
You see my cotton hit your cotton? You know I want you fan.
Right. Or I guess, I don't know. You saying like if the woman is the aggressor?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very sexy too. Like when women are aggressive, they're like,
women bump into you?
Or it depends, because if you're drinking, it's a whole different vibe. Like if I'm drinking and I'm feeling good, I will probably approach the guy like, well, so what's up? Because you keep looking at me.
You sound like you're trying to
like that is, so what's good? What's good? So,
right. Seriously though, because you got to know these days. You never know. You could be in danger, harm's way, beef. I don't know. So
you approach the dude who's staring at you like, yo, so what's good? So you ready for love or to get it popping?
Right. Like, is it a problem? Because if it looks weird, I'm gonna go hide somewhere. Like, come on, friend. Like that dude keep looking and he looks crazy.
Do y'all just be giving your phone numbers out, or do you guys like ask for like Snapchat?
That's the good one, because y'all really be walking around the club trying to collect numbers. It's sad.
Not me.
Not since for 15 years now.
That's never been my style.
I always go with social media. I have to like, there has to be some connection there before I give you my phone number.
Yeah, no, I mean that used to, like, before social media was a thing, you definitely would try to kind of, because the thing about collecting numbers, right, as a dude, the reason why I feel
that's
like
not a W anymore.
Huh?
Getting a girl's number is not a W anymore.
Well, like, even before that, like I'm talking about back when it was like back in our era, I think we used to do that because we knew that sometimes girls will flop, and so you don't want the night to be a complete waste. So you might just get an extra 2 numbers, just in case. not everything will work out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get girls' number, but if I'm interested in a girl, I'll give her my number and just tell her to call me. Like I don't even exchange. Like, so if she's interested, she'll call.
Which is crazy, which is mad. Well,
if she's crazy, that it weeds out all that whole like hey, is this TJ? We was at Staples and I was in aisle 4, you bumped in, you wanted the hard stock, and I was like, I made a little joke. Do you remember me? Like, I don't do that. Like what is that?
What's wrong with that?
No.
It's called a follow-up. Like when you go to a job interview, you follow up. Like I just had an interview, just checking in. If you give somebody your number, it's like, okay.
It's an equal partnership. You have a corporation.
It's not an equal partnership.
It's a merger. Dating is a merger. See, that's the problem.
Dating is a merger, but a man pursuing a woman is not a partnership. And a man should not feel intimidated or less than because he's approaching a woman first after he just gave a number. Oh, wow, you did something so huge. You gave me your number.
No, it's not intimidation. It's straight like, oh, we have a conversation or we had some sort of connection. Hey, here's my card or here's my number. If you are free on XYZ, let's link up. If she's interested, women know. First of all, women know within the first 30 seconds whether or not they're interested in the dude. They know. Like they know.
So you want them to be like, "Hey, it's me. Lock me in."
No, just be like, "Hey, I've had it happen." They'll be like, "Hey, this is, for lack of a better, hey, this is Jennifer." I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" So, what? And then I will then go proceed, because then that shows if a woman contacts you, that shows that she's interested, right? You've done enough. There's enough of an attraction level where she's interested.
It's not enough for me.
You will say, "Oh, well, would you like to go, hang out?" And hopefully I won't forget the day
Mm-hmm. So what if y'all do it at the very moment? You give her the number. She writes you. Y'all still in the club, and she just like, "Hey, here's my number. Save my number." Then are you gonna go to the next conversation, or you're still waiting for her to be like, "What do you want to do this week?"
Oh, I'm an instant fade away. I do the Kobe Bryant fade away.
If you're gonna do the Kobe Bryant fade away for what?
If the conversations like once I exchange numbers or whatever, and we're in like a social settings, I'm not a handcuffer. I don't linger around. I just kind of
I mean, like if she texts you, like as soon as she gets your number, she save it and she texts you, be like I just said, this is Javonni, like me in. Then is it your turn to chat now, or do you?
I'll hit up the next day or a day or two.
Oh, okay.
And we'll make and then what you do is you make definite plans, a definite date. Be very direct, not like the fumble I did today, but make definite plans, and then you just take it from there.
So you think it's more comfortable for women?
Now, definitely now, because women like to. They like to.
I agree. I mean, I can agree to
They like a lot of women. I don't know if fellas know this. A lot of women nowadays in the dating world, they'll look up your number on these apps to see if you really who you say you are, and they do all sorts of that. Yeah. So I'm more of a traditionalist. Like for instance, women don't do the whole guy pick you up on a date thing. Most women nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's not. I used to be tight about, but I don't take offense to it because it's because of the way the world is. Times have changed.
Scary.
There are just creeps out there. So I get it. I definitely understand that. But other than that, if we cool, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna have a good time. We'll hang out, chill out, and then take it. We'll go from there. But I don't do the whole. Hey, yeah. So I saw you. Remember we exchanged because girls give out numbers for safety. Because some dudes don't have the emotional capability of being rejected to their face, where a girl be like, "Nah, I'm good." I've literally seen girls be physically assaulted for like rejecting the dude. So,
They're so petty.
No, dudes, yeah, but I don't. Yes, dude should. And she was polite, and she was polite about it, right? It was like it was years ago. I was younger, but yeah, it was years ago. Like, dude, like she wasn't like now. If a dude's asking for your number and you hit with the disrespect, and he matched disrespect with disrespect, and now there's a commotion, whatever. That's two adults that have made decisions to be not so great. But if you a girl, you're like, oh no, thank, and the dude be like, all right, bitch. Oh, okay. Oh, so you. So you think you all that and shit? Oh, okay.
Right.
Too good for me. Yeah, then you're a beta male if you're doing shit like that. Alan, any words of wisdom?
No, only because that whole like number exchange thing. It still happens, but for me, like I said, just that whole situation probably hasn't happened.
Alan's style is just be as ambiguous as possible. Hang out? Sure. Well, what time should we hang out? Just hit me up and see where it goes. So what are we? Oh, hanging out. I'm hanging out.
We're human.
The most ambiguous shit.
I have had women tell me that I am hard to read, but that's not something that we're gonna get in today's pod. Oh,
why can't we talk about you?
Well, I know we got a couple other topics that we got to get into. You know what I'm saying?
now we want to.
Yeah. We got we got some more stimulating things that we have to speak about.
Definitely. Just Javonni, let's hit. Since we talk about some stimulating thing, let's talk about these stimulus checks that and Mitch MCConnell and that whole situation.
I want my stimulus check. Yeah.
Shout out to that.
I want my stimulus check. Yeah. So pretty much, we are going to be getting our stimulus check, but not the stimulus check that we thought we would be getting, the $2,000. We're not even getting half of that. Actually, we're getting. Wait, are we even getting a quarter of that? We're getting $600. So, right. You said, are we good with math?
I said, are we doing math?
Yeah. We was doing math real quick, but so the American people were expecting another stimulus check, number 2, COVID relief, a part of the COVID relief package, and we're disappointed, I guess, a lot of us. And then, there's this whole big thing that most of the people who were receiving the check were already kind of well off, even though I don't believe that statement and nor do other people. But according to hold on, I'm still here, right?
Loans, right? Because the stimulus check is for those who made less than $75,000 a year.
Well, still $75,000 to some of the senators is enough money. And I wouldn't even say some of the senators. I guess we could just call out what's his name?
Senator Mitch McConnell.
Yep. And he pretty much said, there's no need to take more money from the government just to pay people who he believes are well off and do not need $2,000, an extra amount of $2,000 to survive. He also blamed it on new COVID packages that are being released. The PPP program is coming back. Small businesses are getting more loans. And so he feels as if those people with the businesses should be getting the money, not the people who are just working every day, making a regular living. So you, me, we will be getting $600 unless you didn't file your taxes. If you didn't file your taxes, then you won't be getting the money. And Bernie Sanders is pretty upset. He's calling Mitch McConnell out. TJ, do we have that?
No, we don't have Bernie Sanders calling Mitch McConnell out, but
okay.
We do.
Yes, we do. Un momento.
Is that the link?
Yes. Bernie just texted me. He just texted me the link. He said,
So Bernie Sanders, can you pull it up so people can see it, or?
I'm looking into that now. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead, keep doing the story, and I'll get it.
So pretty much Bernie Sanders, he's fed up, and he's saying, let me make it clear to the majority leader, which is Mitch McConnell, that out of 10 out of the poorest 25 counties in the U.S. are located in Kentucky. And those people are literally, if you divide the stimulus check by 365 days for $600, that's only about
$1.64.
And
You saying that's about $1.64?
Yeah, that's $1.64. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think
that's $1.64. So for just $1.64, they're saying we'll give you $1 for each day that you suffer from the COVID this year.
Ain't that some shit?
And it's crazy because it's like Mitch is they're not even allowing a vote in the Senate. So it's not like, the vote is failing in the Senate. Surprisingly, like the puppets they are, the Senate Republicans are now on board with Trump for the 2000s. So he knows that if it goes to a vote, that it would pass in the Senate, as it's already passed in the House, as there's a Democratic Democratic majority in the House. So now in the Senate, Mitch is not even allowing a vote to happen. He's just shutting that down completely. So, and that's another thing when I thought it was interesting that Bernie said about the poverty in Kentucky, because a lot of the people on the GOP, they always bring up crime when it comes to quote unquote Democratic ran cities and crime and liberalism and everything that's going on quote unquote Democratic cities, as if these red states are not extremely poor as well. So it's definitely hypocrisy, and I'm glad that Bernie Sanders is out here pointing that out, which I do believe that we do have that clip.
Yeah.
And let me just make it clear for the majority leader that 10 out of the poorest 25 counties in the United States of America are located in Kentucky. So maybe my colleague the majority leader might want to get on the phone and start talking to working families in Kentucky and find out how they feel about the need for immediate help in terms of a $2,000 check per adult. And I have the strong feeling that the people of Kentucky will respond no differently than the people of Vermont or New York.
Damn, that sounded. I thought that was gonna be like a rap. Like first off, like on some Tupac. Shout out to Bernie Sanders, always giving the heat on the Senate floor. I think first of all, these rich legislators, and I'll say it even on both sides, right? So President Donald Trump decided, he was like, look, I'm not going to sign the COVID-19 relief bill because I want everybody to get $2,000. $600 is not enough. Basically, what Donald Trump was doing was trolling, right? He was trolling because he lost this election. He was trolling because people were panicking whether or not they were going to still, because it also was connected to the unemployment benefits if they didn't sign a new deal. Now, luckily, they extended the unemployment by 11 weeks. If you're still on unemployment in some states, I believe you're getting $300 of federal dollars as well. But yeah, he was trolling until he finally signed the bill. Mitch McConnell and here's what I don't get. Mitch McConnell is an evil dude, right? Mm-hmm. Like he's just a straight up, like he's just an evil dude. We have to understand that there are people in Washington or people within power, influence here on this earth or in this country that are just straight evil. They don't care about not just their constituents. They don't care about what's going on in the country. They're all self-preservationalists. Like they only care about themselves, right? So my thing is that after, because eventually we're gonna have to these rich white guys who are in office, they're all just gonna have to die out. Like that's like they keep getting reelected. Mitch McConnell just got reelected. So in order for things to change, they're going to have to start. Some people, we're just going to have to let nature take its course, and they're going to have to either die out if people in those districts don't wise up. My thing is that when people like potentially a President Donald Trump or Senator Mitch McConnell pass away, we just need to remember moments like this. Don't honor them. Don't make it seem like, oh, they were good. Don't be bipartisan to say, oh, well, he served, and even though we didn't see eye to eye on certain things, that $2,000 is not money like out of Mitch McConnell's pocket, right? It's money. It's tax money. It's taxpayer money. It's your money. So you basically like, look, hey, imagine going to a bank, right? And you put money into a bank for rainy days. And you're like, yo, it's not only raining, it's a hailstorm. I'm gonna need some of that money back that I put into there. And Mitch McConnell looked at you, was like, what money? Like that's basically what it is. Like his attitude of like not caring about the well-being of people. $1.64 per day of a pandemic is a slap in the face to Americans. But this is why, when I say elections have consequences, you got to get some of these evil people out, or we got to wait until they just pass away. Because either way, we'll see what Joe Biden does in 2021, because he's gonna have to pass another bill. And so if the races in Georgia come out in the Democratic Party's favor, that means the Democratic Party will then have control of the Senate, and they would have control of the House, and then they would have Joe Biden. So if that happens, there will be no excuse when it comes to COVID-19 relief. But I know everybody's poking fun, but there are people that $600 is already spent for a lot of folks. Mm-hmm. Like there are folks who have not even been able to pay their rent, and that just speaks to the new year. It's been a very tough year for some folks in this country. People passing away, not having, and also the federal, it was in jeopardy, the federal moratorium on evictions. Like there are people who thought they were really going to get evicted before the new year. Mm-hmm. And they were just sitting there waiting, like guys in Jesse and Javonni's DMs, just waiting for Donald Trump to slip up and not sign that legislation so that they can send the eviction notices. So when you compare what the United States is doing compared to places like Canada or some of the other foreign countries where they've been given thousands of dollars per month to their constituents, their residents. It just shows you that the United States of America is built on capitalism and on labor of slaves, and they're not for the people. A lot of these legislators are not for the people who are the working class people. So that's that. So I just think, just make sure that we don't honor these people. But I'm glad that, you know, for people who are getting the $600, it is some relief. You know, but it's definitely not enough. So hopefully everybody can put that to good use, and it could alleviate at least some of the stress.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing, you know, before we wrap this up, one thing I think that these last 4 have taught me is that the whole checks and balances thing that we have, it's like we've seen the extreme good because, you know, Trump hasn't been able to just completely go rogue, and we've also seen the complete bad. And because a lot of people who are just kind of getting into politics had no idea that the Senate majority leader is essentially the most powerful man in the country right now. So it's like you're seeing both extreme sides of how checks and balances can be a good and a bad thing. And I think that will highlight how important voting is on so many different levels, you know, for the rest of any time that we're going to be active participants. So,
yeah, we definitely. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Javonni.
No, I was just getting ready to say. I mean, we know that that's something that we have to consider when voting is who we put into office. But at the same time, even some of the people who could have voted for Mitch McConnell, I don't think that they knew his agenda was to shut people down, because I'm not, and I'm saying that because people who made up to $75,000 or less are not like all Democrats, like they're Republicans too, and so they still have like this mindset or ideology of just having white supremacy and white people in power. And I think that's where we really go wrong the most, is that most races, they vote with their race, and the black community, we be all over the place. But that's another story for another day.
Yo, you know what? I just looked up this. Mitch McConnell. Okay, you know who doesn't deserve $600 or any sort of COVID relief? Mitch McConnell won his race. He ran against Amy McGrath, I believe. McGrath or McGrath. I'm gonna just say McGrath. He won 58 by 58. He had 57.8% of the vote. She had 38.2%. 1,233,000,000 people voted for Mitch McConnell. None of them people deserve to have any benefits. I'm gonna just go ahead and go out on a limb and just say that. Y'all need to ride with your boy all the way through. If Nick says y'all don't need nothing, y'all should have opted out. That million right there, we could divide. I don't know what that's a couple million right there. Multiply that. Look, we've been doing a lot of math on the show today. That's a new thing. Multiply that 600 by that 1.2 million that voted for Mitch McConnell, and we got some extra money that could go out to other people that wanted it than those folks. That's how it should work. It should be direct consequences. Like that should be your tribe. Like, yo, I voted for Mitch McConnell. You should have a T-shirt that says that, and that check should bounce as soon as it comes to your account, and it should go to somebody else.
I agree.
Because you know, if y'all riding with him, and he's like the capital of like food stamps over in Kentucky. So give us that. Y'all don't need that 600. Put it back in the pot. Put it back in the collection plate, and we'll disperse that throughout the country to those in need.
Bring that over here.
That's right. And I think are they still giving $500 per child?
I think it's 600.
It's 600.
600 per child. I gotta start having kids at least for. That's another conversation.
Good luck.
Yeah, another conversation. But actually, no, 600 don't even cover daycare.
I was about to say that's gonna be gone quick.
That's like 2 weeks of daycare. Am I right? Am I lying?
Look, they're
If you're lucky.
disrespectful. The American government is very disrespectful on all levels.
Well, we are hoping to get, for Soapbox Nation, we are hoping to get more national legislators, people in Congress to come on the show, and we're going to talk and give us our demands and our direct ire and ask some questions about what's going on in Congress, what's going on in DC. So, I mean, we had Val Demings on this year. We're going to look to get at least a couple more legislators. I would love to get AOC on. I'd love to get AOC on. I would love to get who's another. Of course, we would love Bernie and all these folks. Anybody's welcome. If you have something, if you're a legislator and you have something of substance to say to the people, hit us up on the soapbox. We don't do any fluff questions, and we don't give questions prior to interviews. So that's just a disclaimer. So that's our style. If you're gonna come on the soapbox, you're just gonna get the questions just like everybody else. All right. So moving forward, we got the year almost ended, and we still got these Karens are running amok. What's going on with that, Jeff?
They don't got nothing better to do. Imagine you out there minding your business. You walk into a hotel with your parent, and you're just being black. You're being who you are. And somebody just comes up to you and accuses you of taking something that they think they're entitled to, or shall I say, they think it's theirs. And they tackle you for it. Because let me tell you, that's what happened in New York at a Soho hotel. This woman saw a black young kid with his dad, and she assumed that he had stolen her cell phone. So she started accusing him, and she told the hotel manager, which the hotel manager did approach the kid and ask him, about the phone. And then she tackled him, checked his pockets and everything, telling him to give her back her phone. Now, obviously, this wasn't the case. He didn't have her phone. She's just psycho. And another Karen who thinks that she could just do whatever the hell she wants because of her skin tone. But I think we have a video, TJ. Would you like to show that for us?
We do have a clip. Thank you very much.
Imagine someone falsely accusing your teenage child of stealing an iPhone. That's what happened here in the lobby of the Arlo Hotel in Soho on Saturday.
This is my phone. Tell me, no.
You don't have to explain nothing to her.
Take the case off. That's mine. You literally can get it back.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
This video was taken by Grammy-winning jazz musician Keon Harold. He and his 14-year-old son, Keon Jr., were guests at the hotel. He says when a hotel employee intervened, the employee asked Harold's son to show her his phone rather than asking the woman to leave him alone.
I'm trying to help. No, but you're not helping. What you've been is disrespectful.
The video, which has been viewed more than 1 million times, lasts for 1 minute. But Harold claims this all went on for 5 minutes and that the woman eventually tackled his son. He also says he later learned that her missing phone was returned to her by the driver of the Uber she'd left it in.
It's just unbelievable that someone would literally have the audacity to assume and wrongfully accuse, my son who's 14 years old, not ever seen him, we never met this person before, that he had somehow gotten access and stole her phone.
Harold and his family are now represented by civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
If the roles were reversed and Keon tackled a teenage white child over a false accusation about a cell phone, there is no question he would be arrested. And so we can't have this double standard in America.
Earlier, the Arlo Hotel issued a statement saying, "We're deeply disheartened about the recent incident of baseless accusation, prejudice, and assault against an innocent guest." It went on to say the manager on duty promptly called the police regarding the woman's conduct and that hotel security intervened to prevent further violence. Still, more could have been done to de-escalate the dispute.
So, 2 things I got for that. Thanks, Jesse, for that story. If Ben Crump is involved, it's money. You're about to get paid. That's the most expensive tackle probably this year even in the NFL, with the NFL going on, they're about to get paid. One, you could sue her civilly, and you could sue the hotel for negligence and allowing people to assault you at their establishment. So Christmas come early. So, what the devil meant for evil, God could turn it around for his good. And so that brother is and the father is the young kid's about to get broke off. Hopefully that will be the start of his college education fund. And let this be a lesson. She should definitely be charged. But let's be honest. Historically, white women have been accusing young black men of doing things falsely for years. If she did that in the 1950s, she could have killed him. She could have got him killed, right? And even now today, if he, luckily, his father was there, but if there wasn't anybody else around, he could have, in calling the police, we could have had another young black man being shot to death by law enforcement because of false accusations. So that's wild, but I'm okay because I believe he's going to get broken off, especially since the story made national news. Right?
For sure. And it's just like, ma'am, just call your phone. If that one don't ring, it's not yours.
That is true.
Like,
they could have said, "What's your number?"
What you talking about? Borrow somebody else's phone, to find my iPhone, unless your phone was dead. But
I would have loved to been there when the Uber driver was like, "Oh, you left your phone, like right here." Like, what was her her face? Like, what was her reaction? It's like,
and I
walk away and not.
I'm glad that I know. I'm glad that the father was just like, we don't have to show you nothing. And, because I probably would have been the same way. If someone would be like, is this my phone? Let me see. I mean, I don't know. I probably would have been like, I don't know. But she talking about take the case off. I would have said, would have been
that's how these iPhones get y'all in trouble. I would have been like, ma'am, I have an Android. And I would have said, right. Man, this is an Android. These cracks on my phone, they've been here. Okay? This is an Android.
But do you see how she was acting? Like, look at it. Like, she was really on a whole. Yeah. She was on TV.
Yeah,
go ahead, Alan.
Nah, I was gonna say they really got the right one with that because it's
they did.
There's so
really
many
did.
ways to easily disprove that someone doesn't have your phone.
Right.
Like, I would have opened. Yeah, like, listen, be like, you just got to go to your gallery and like show them a lewd picture. Is this your coochie, ma'am? This is from January 2020 January. Is this your coochie, ma'am? No.
First of all, are you on the screen cover?
Yeah, like it could have been. I don't know. I just don't. And for five minutes is a long time to be getting harassed.
It's a very long time, and she lucky she didn't get slapped down.
Yeah, or get kicked in the shin. Like, lady, get off me.
She had very respectful people, because let it have been the wrong black people, she would have probably got stomped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, even after, to me, like, it's a 30-second conversation too. And then I'm glad I don't know what the other person did or didn't do. Like, it's a 30-second conversation. Yo, he has I don't have your phone. This is my, we'll call it. And then that would have been the end of that. But I'm glad that that person didn't go to the lengths to prove that it was his phone, because he shouldn't have to.
No, because you shouldn't have to.
So I'm glad that he didn't kind of like, for a lack of a better term, try to de-escalate it, because now you got to learn your lesson. Leave me alone, lady. And now I'm going to have a whole floor in this nice little hotel, and they're going to name it after me. And I want the winner view for me.
I'm so excited for him. I wish to see. I don't. Look. Just say, have you ever been falsely accused by a stranger or something?
Not that I could recall, but I'll probably reality. But I'm sorry.
Move up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh. So go ahead, just say.
You still can't hear me?
Now I can.
Yeah, now we
Yeah,
can.
man. So y'all didn't hear nothing I just said.
Now we can.
No.
Now
Oh
we
my goodness. I said, I can't recall like if I've ever been accused of anything, but probably after the show I'll be like, oh yeah, there was this one time. But what I was also saying is what you guys are saying is accurate, that she's lucky that she found some very respectful people, because had it been me, yes, it would have been very different. I'm sorry, but you can't try me like that. And and then again, it depends on the day. They were probably they were probably having a good day. Maybe if they were having a bad day, it would have went differently for them too. Who knows? But she tried them at the right time, because like Javonni said, had it been somebody else, it could have been very ugly.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
She's not gonna change.
But yo, as we move forward to 2021, we want to give y'all a taste of some new things, Soapboxx Nation, of what's going to be happening with us and some projects that we're working on. First up, I'm telling you, when I heard the news, I'm going to just kind of give Javonni some of her roses and her flowers right now. I didn't even get a call. She didn't tell me. She got, these folks got sneaky projects. Alan be doing sneaky albums. Just say, be having sneaky babies and stuff. She's like, oh, and then Javonni got her secret books. I got to get me some business. Okay. So when I went on Facebook, I took a little nap, and then I see Javonni with the hair laying in the 7 days of success. I was like, oh. So Javonni, please, I'm proud of you. Please tell us what's going on. What do we have in store for 2021 with you? What's going on with you?
Well, people, we have in store a 7-day self-love guidebook. And it is my first published work that I decided to do after I spent like 3 years trying to write this 30-day motivational book, journal, or whatever, which I am still in the process of figuring things out with that. But I wanted to wait to publish that book. And then God gave me the idea, like, well, how about you kind of warm people up a little bit? So then that way, when you publish your 30-day challenge or your 30-day motivational guide, they can already be accustomed to you being a writer. And for those of you who do not know me, I am a writer. Like, I love to write. I've been writing for years, but I never took a leap of faith and decided to actually turn my work into published work. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm always encouraging women and men to love on themselves and to have these self-care moments. So I put a little remedies together, 7 days, and you can use. Was that supposed to be me, or was
no? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm rusty. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But my 7-day self-love guidebook, or you can call it a challenge for those of you who just love challenges. It's a step-by-step guide on some things that you can do to better get acquainted with yourself and to start to develop self-love between you and your inner self, or get to know who you are. And the reason why it's 7 days, not necessarily because in 7 days you will fall in love with yourself, but it's really more so about the steps. A lot of times when we are doing self-love, we think one thing can change that. Like, I got to look myself in the mirror and tell myself that I'm beautiful 30 times each day, and that'll do the trick. And for you, that may be the trick. But for me, it took multiple levels, multiple different steps and suggestions for me to figure out the parts in my area where I felt empty. And so I implemented those 7 steps in 7 days. And I think it'll be impactful for people going into the new year. So I decided to release it in January. It will be available very soon. And like I was saying, it's not like a tracker. Like you have to start January 1st or you have to start January 6th. It's self-paced. But I do encourage you to try to do it for 7 days straight and then repeat it if you need to, or if you find one guide or one challenge that really stuck with you, stick to that challenge throughout the year and just be looking forward to more work that I publish. This is just the stepping stone to get you in the groove. So I'm excited, and I'm definitely thankful, and I think the Soapboxx, TJ, being in my corner, and anybody who has encouraged me to step out and turn my visions into reality. So,
Hey.
Awesome. Rumble, young woman, rumble. I love it.
Thank you.
Listen,
Thank you.
I was smiling ear to ear when I saw it because yes, I know, privately, I know the hurdles and the obstacles and adversity that you go through, that you shared, and the fact that you went out and you did it and you took that leap of faith and took that chance on yourself to invest in yourself, and then now you're sharing that with other people. Now I have to, will there be exclusive vacation pics in the booklet as well for platinum? So I'm asking,
exclusive picture.
I'm trying to make sure that we are promoting. Come on,
TJ, this is not the self-love.
That is self-love.
No, that's not the self-love that she's promoting. That's not. It's a different type of thing.
But what you can do, guys, of course, I know Alan and TJ, y'all just gonna purchase the book just because we're
OD.
But you can also, if you would like to get the downloadable book, send it, to your cousin or tell them to buy it if it's too girly for you. But I have woman, her, those titles in there, but if you're not too hard up on identity.
I'm gonna drink my wine and soak in my Epsom salt bath.
Please, right? That's what I'm gonna do.
And just to give y'all some a nice visual for as we end 2020, and read my book like I can in 2021. Like I could do that. I feel like if I gave, would you think? Wait, let me ask you this: would a woman get offended if you gave her a self-love book from a man?
No, but I don't think so. I don't think so, but I feel like if you're the type of person that's always putting this person down and you're always talking shit to them and you give them that matters. But if not, and you guys have a healthy relationship, then no, that's actually a really good gift.
All right.
Yeah, that is a really good gift.
Bet. So I appreciate that. I love to see my co-hosts, my teammates. These are not just my co-hosts, they're my teammates, both personally and professionally. I love seeing them win. Alan, I know we got some new music coming in 2021, correct?
Absolutely. First quarter of 2021. I'm working on doing like a full-length album now, so that should be out first quarter next year, probably going into the spring/summer, but definitely some new releases top of the year, so be on the lookout for that.
Nice.
Sure.
And Jesse, what's popping 2021? What we looking out for? I know we already touched on it, but what's going on with you?
You already know, besides this baby that about to come out, probably will be putting out some more videos on my page. So look out for that. Definitely consistency is something I'm going to be working on. So I might just implement the baby in my videos. So just
listen, I'm gonna look, if whatever we got to do to get exclusive rights so that we can have special. Let's talk turkey. I'm not a rich man. I didn't get tackled by a white woman in a hotel, but I did get a black woman attack me at a 7-Eleven. So there is a little coin. So let's talk exclusive rights. Exclusively. I think that would be great. I'm very proud of you all. Thankful, and I know we're heading into the moral of the story, but I guess we can give our New Year's resolutions. I don't know if you guys are big on New Year's resolutions or if you keep your resolutions, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with, since we were on your topic of self-love. I'm gonna start with you, Javonni. What's your New Year's resolution?
You know what? My New Year's resolution is that I continually to love who I am. As a genuine lover, I definitely love unapologetically. And that was a part of me that I thought that I needed to get rid of because it made me like too nice, but I've accepted it. And I also want to take into the new year, like to be able to, as I start this book process. And of course, when we start businesses or whatever it is that we want to do, we want to make coins. But one of my main purposes is that I can just help somebody. So my New Year resolution is like, if I can't necessarily make the dollar sign, that I can develop a community of trust with women and start this self-love culture in the African-American community.
Hey, I like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that. I like that. Just say, what's your New Year's resolution?
I really didn't want to make one because, 2020, I was really convinced that this was going to be my year. I had all these plans, and then, it just took a very awkward turn. But I think, like, I want to pour more into my kids and just focus more on them and just be consistent in everything, in motherhood, in work, and in, like, just putting videos out. So I think consistency and just being a better mom. Not that I'm not a good mom, because I'm a badass mom. You already know, but just being a better mom, definitely on the top of my resolutions next.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, what's your New Year's resolution, my man?
Man, my New Year's resolution is definitely just starting, right? So I just have this thing where I have a lot of ideas in my head, a lot of things that I would like to execute. And for me, I think just starting, I start to think about the daunting task that it takes to maybe perfect something. And it kind of discourages me a little bit, but I find out when I just start, you just have to have the courage to start. Once I start and get the ball rolling, then everything kind of falls into place because I know I'm going to have the will to perfect it. But starting is always ripping the Band-Aid off. So there's a couple of things that I would like to start next year, whether it be, more video content, more writing content. I really did realize this year that a lot of the things that I wanted to do as a youth that I thought I needed like these big entities to do, I can literally do them from my apartment now, the way that media is set up. Like everything is kind of DIY friendly, whether it be broadcasting, whether it be writing. I don't have to wait for ESPN to put out like a sports highlight clip with me announcing it. I don't have to wait for the New York Times to write an article about something. I could do everything within myself. So, for me, it's just starting. I just told them just start something every week and just kind of figure it out from there. So that's my goal for 2021. Start it and then figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. I like that. Listen, my New Year's resolution is 2021. Well, 2020 has been actually, and I feel very guilty about saying this because of everybody's had a very tough year. But I'll look back 10 years from now at 2020 being one of the most important years in my life. Like, I've set and done things in my personal life that have set my foundation up where it's solidified so that I can get to that next level. And 2021 is really going to be the year of transformation for me, both personally and professionally. I am making a bold prediction, right? And I'm not just saying this to blow smoke up your ass. It's really for me to really light that fire that's already there. Like 2021 is going to be the breakout year of the Soapboxx, right? Like that is in my brain. I wholeheartedly believe that. I got to be, like Jesse, you said, about being more consistent with the editing, more consistent with doing more consistent with the things that I like to do. A lot of things that you were saying, Javonni, about self-love. And, we talked a lot about that really this year too. That's really hit home with me. So a lot of self-care, self-love, working on things that are and focusing on things that are important to me. And I really want to do a lot more. Hopefully COVID subsides, but traveling not only throughout the state of Florida, but really doing some international travel. I want to be a student of the game and learn how to win and learn from other different organizers, different media people, and start reaching out and stop limiting myself. A lot of times I get into this zone of like, I'll just do it myself. Hunker down, I'll just do it myself. And I'm now opening myself up to asking for help and taking on other people's expertise. But wholeheartedly, I love y'all and thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart of everything that y'all do, the time y'all put in for the Soapboxx, the constant messages that I send y'all about the Soapboxx, and even some of the ideas that y'all have, some of the things we did with y'all hosting. Like, we are going to, I really feel like this is the breakout year. And so for all those who's listening, Soapboxx Nation, we thank you so much for listening, for supporting us. We're going on, moving forward into almost hitting our 100th episode. So we're still a pretty young podcast as an ensemble, but yes, I truly believe that we're going to have a breakout year and do some really incredible things as individuals, but most importantly, as a team. I think the most important thing about this team, for anybody who's trying to either start a podcast or to we have or to want a support system, we do a pretty good job of like checking each other's egos. You see what I'm saying? Like, we are selfless and we pass the ball, right? And so I look forward to doing more of that and passing the ball to you all and letting y'all host and trying different things. So 2020 has been tough, but we're here. We're heading, and I'll see everybody on the other side. 2021, my family, mi familia. I want to say Jesse, Javonni, Alan, Happy New Year. Y'all be safe. Whatever y'all are doing for the New Year's. And any last words? Anything else?
I just hope 2021 is nothing like 2020, because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it is.
You just gonna have this baby. You gonna have this baby. Everything's gonna be a-okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. I'm enthusiastic, man. Enthusiastic about it. So for the last time in 2020, for Jesse, for Javonni, for Alan York, thank you, Soapboxx Nation, for sticking with us. We are going to see you on the other side on 2021 as we head into our 100th episode soon. Thank y'all for sticking with us from UK to Portugal to California to Boston to New York, overseas, our overseas folks that listen to us in England and Ireland. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate it. So
thank you.
Yes. You said what? What did you say?
I said obrigada. That means thank you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm not bilingual. Damn. I need to express on that. But thank y'all so much. This is the Soapboxx Podcast. We love you. We out.